Hi there, I'm Judith Cobb, Master Herbalist, Natural Nutrition Clinical Practitioner, and Certified Comprehensive Iridology Instructor. We have a situation where sometimes our clients cannot come to us to have an iris assessment done. And while the live assessment is by far the preferable way to do it, we need to have a way to get images of their eyes when they can't be with us. Today we're going to demonstrate one way your clients could get photos of their own eyes to email to you so that you could do a remote iris analysis. I'm joined by Alicia and Howard as my helpers today. So the first thing we need to know is that when we do iris photos with a cell phone, they will never be as good as they would be with a professional iridology camera setup. But when your client can't come into you to have them done, having cell phone images can be a second best that is very workable. In order to take good iris photos, you're going to need 3 people. One to work the camera, one who's getting their pictures taken, and someone who's going to do the lighting for you. The lighting is very important, and you're not going to get really great photos with just your camera if you don't have some extra light. I like to have a mirror handy as well because some people think they're opening their eyes wide enough for you to get the whole iris in the picture, but they really aren't. So I find it very helpful to have my client look in the mirror first, and if my client can actually see all of their own iris, then they know they're doing a good job. If, however, they've got droopy lids, they may need to use their fingers to actually prop things open. They may need to literally grab their eye like this, or it might be this. Or maybe they just need to lift the top lid or pull the bottom lid down. Regardless, we need to see the entire iris in each image in order to do this properly. So, how are you doing with that? Can you see your entire iris when you open?
Mm-hmm.
And can you remember what that feels like so we can do that again? Good job. All right. Then we need lighting. Now, lighting is super important because not all light is created equal. We're going to look at a few different lights, and I hope you can see this on camera that these are all, even though they are flashlights, they are all different colors of light. Remember that the color of light you use is going to affect the image. If you shine a more yellow light on an eye, you're going to sway the iris color. If you shine a bluer light on the eye, you're going to sway the iris color as well. So you want to use the whitest light you can possibly get, and we've decided that the one that Howard is holding, while it is slightly blue, is the whitest light we have. When we are doing the lighting, we are going to move the lighting around, so we need to bring it in from the side, we need to bring it in from the top. We're ultimately going to need it from the nasal side as well as from the bottom side. We're not going to do all of those in this video, but we are going to demonstrate bringing it in from the side and bringing it in from the bottom. The other thing we need, of course, is a cell phone. You always want to use the camera that is facing outwards because it's generally your stronger lens. When you are in your camera setting, you also want to be zoomed in because if we're not zoomed in, let's just do one picture. Have your client put their chin in their hands to hold them steady. If we're not zoomed in, what we're going to end up with is an image that is mostly face. And that's not helpful. We need mostly eye here. So we want to make sure we have zoomed in and then get your focus, figure out where you want to be. And you want that iris to be taking up almost all of your screen. There we go. Again, client is stabilized on her hands. And when we take the image, when we're zoomed in, zooming makes it harder to get a good focus. So we need to reshoot that photo because it was not in focus. Let's bring the light in. Always bring the light in from the side. Never bring it straight in because it doesn't feel good to have it coming straight at you. All right, and that one's quite a bit better, and it's actually quite usable. So what you will see here is that we have a couple of little light artifacts. This is why we want to move the light around. So can we bring the light in from the bottom for this next one, please? And again, nicely done. So with this, your client can then take photos or have someone help them take photos and send you images. Now, if you also do sclerology, you're going to want to do things a little bit differently. For this, of course, the client is going to be looking off to the side, so head straight forward, eyes to the side. And we're not going to bring in extra light because we don't want to wash out the sclera. This won't need quite as much zoom. And that is fairly usable. It's a little harder to shoot sclera because there's so much reflection off the sclera itself. But again, it is quite usable. If you add extra light to it, you're going to wash it out and you're going to totally blanch out so many of those blood vessels that you want to be looking at. So that gives you an idea of how to get the best eye photos possible using your cell phone, so that you can now teach your clients how to do that or share this video with them so that they can have good photos taken of their eyes to send to you so that you can do an iris assessment. Thanks for joining us.